I'm a pimp. I'm a pimp. Look at this. $88,000 of Cadillac luxury, old school luxury. Haters, bitches, I got 22-inch rims. This is what's considered old school luxury. I mean, it's insane. This thing weighs 6,000 pounds. It's the Cadillac Escalade ESV Platinum. And it's just ridiculous. I mean, it's well made. The interior is nice. It's comfortable. My butt's being cooled right now as we speak. Everything works wonderfully. There is an issue though. I'm getting 14 miles per gallon. And that's like after I've driven on the highway for a while. So I had to bring this thing because Roman specifically asked for old school luxury. I can't think of a bigger, better way of showing what old school luxury is than driving a vehicle that weighs more than most people's houses.
Let me think, when was the last time I hugged a tree? Oh yeah, never! I'm not a tree hugger, but why would you want old luxury when you can have new luxury? At $4 a gallon, this, my friends, is the face of the future. This is the Lexus CT200h, and yes, the H stands for hybrid, and yes, the Lexus stands for luxury. Oh yeah, look at that, I'm getting 44 miles to the gallon. And my carbon footprint, well, let's just say it's negligible compared to some of the other dinosaurs out on the road. To me, this car represents what the future will hold, because at $4 a gallon, you can't afford to have big, heavy, luxurious, expensive cars because you just can't afford to put the gas in them unless you happen to own an oil company or unless your last name is Saud, as in the House of Saud in Saudi Arabia. So if you're modern and if you're young and if you've got any sense of environmental consciousness, this is a car to get.
So imagine 6.2 liters of goodness. It's a V8, 403 horsepower. 417 pound-feet of torque. That's plenty to get this thing moving. At high altitude, I'm doing 0 to 60s between 7.9 and 8.2 seconds. It really depends on how much heat's outside. I swear to God, it actually matters in a vehicle like this. So it's fast, economical. But, you know, it's luxurious. The ride is amazing. And it can tow well over 7,000 pounds. So you can get your Clydesdales, throw them in a horse trailer, and go on out to the prairie where you own a mansion. Because frankly, you're going to need to own a mansion to park a vehicle like this in your garage. It doesn't fit mine. This is old school luxury at its best. It really is. But it gets me thinking, what did Roman bring? He brought something that's supposed to be the next step in modern luxury. Kind of curious about that.
What I personally like about this car is that it's sporty. It's got a great little sport setting here that changes the throttle response. It also basically comes with the Scion TC platform, which is a very sporty and very fun platform with a Prius engine. Okay, so the Prius engine isn't great. It does have the CVT, which means it tends to drone on. And above all, it's a Lexus. I mean, look at the luxury in here. It's just very, very comfortable. I mean, what a perfect combination of sport, economy, and fun. Which reminds me, I wonder what Nathan brought. I mean, he's bringing the old school luxury. It'll be interesting to see, for sure. Oh my God, Nathan, an Escalade. Could you bring anything bigger to this?
Actually, no, this is the biggest car you can get. It's one of the largest vehicles of its kind, and it is old school luxury at its best.
And I say this is new school luxury at its best because it has a hybrid powertrain that gets 44 miles a gallon. I bet yours gets
almost 14 right now. but 403 horsepower, 417 pound-feet of torque, all-wheel drive, 22-inch rims, 5 TVs. Very luxurious and very comfortable.
So what's the future? I know. Let's find out. You take mine, I'll take yours. Really? Really, Nathan? You gotta be kidding me. These things are tracked so that you can get in the car? Oh, look! I need a step to get into old school luxury because I am old and feeble and I have a hard time getting in the car.
You're just jealous. I think I'm overdressed.
All that's missing in this tugboat of a car is a cigar and a gin and tonic. I mean, it has heated and cooled seats, which you'd expect, but heated and cooled cup holders, now that is just way over the top.
It's not bad. It's not bad at all. My favorite part of this car is the steering. It's not exactly like you can tell what's going on, but the weight is fantastic, especially for a hybrid. And normally I get really bored really quick.
I guess back in the day, the more ostentatious, the more electronic things you could put in a car, the more wealthier you were. For me, this just represents needless size, needless weight, needless room, and frankly, needless cost.
Okay, you know, I'm gonna say it. CVT? Say what? It's a CVT. It's like a rubber band, okay? It's hooked to your engine and it condenses and expands based on how much RPM is being pushed through it, and it's supposed to save a lot of gas, and it works really well with electric motors, blah, blah, blah. I'll tell you what it is. It saps fun.
I mean, I get it. When my dad became successful, the very first thing he did was went out and bought a Cadillac because this car says, I've made it. This car says, I am successful. And this car says, I've got enough money to be ostentatious. I get all that, but I think new luxury isn't about that anymore. New luxury is about being environmentally minded, and the last thing this Cadillac is environmentally minded.
And it is luxurious. I see what Roman's talking about. Here's the reality. This thing, you're gonna be able to drive it, let's say 800 miles for 50 bucks. My truck, you're gonna drive it 50 miles for 800 bucks in the future.
Really, Nathan? 5 TVs, 6 headphones, and 2 remote controls? Do you really need all this for luxury? Is this what luxury has really become these days?
Well, it's old school, and you know, you need to be entertained when you're driving a big boat like this, whereas in your car, it is the entertainment.
Yeah,
Yeah, a little driving entertainment, that's what I thought.
That's a good point. So it's really not a comparison between cars, it's a comparison between
Times.
the past and the future.
That's right. Because you're not going to see these on the road in 20 years. You know, maybe a presidential one or P. Diddy. That's about it.
And that's a TFL car top tip of the day. Get yourself an Escalade because 20 years from now,
It's going to be worth a fortune. Or they're going to burn them.
or they're going to burn them.
Public burnings.
As always, this is Robin Micah and my cohort in crime
Nathan Adlin.
saying see you next time for TFLcar.com. How do you turn the TV on? What sport is in having Nathan fit in the Escalade? There's no sport in it at all. But how about the hybrid that has batteries where usually Nathan belongs? So, does Nathan fit? Let's find out.
I fit. It's kind of tight.
What I really like about this Cadillac, and this is a guilty pleasure, is it's so big that people just get out of your way because I think they're terrified that you might run over them. Let's face it, any car that is less than 4,000 pounds would just be a gnat on the windshield of an Escalade. Look, Nathan, it's not a Prius. It's got Lexus hybrid drive.
Not anymore.
Hey, dude!